be part of the national sort of movement to increase science literacy. And so we're trying to bring this sort of larger goal, which is in sort of at the heart of what we're trying to do, which is get students excited again about science.
You know, when we think about what separates humans from other species, I think it's our ability to tell stories and to learn from stories.
We look at a topic. What do they need to know? What would it be nice that they remembered later on about this topic? It's not necessarily the definitions. The definitions help them master the concept, and they might forget those later. They might forget some of the details. But if you put it in the context of a story, then they're more likely to remember the concept.
And what Scientific American is known for is their ability to tell a story in a journalistic way, in a very compelling way, to actually teach science.
That's why I'm excited about this particular textbook, is because it starts with the story. It starts with the bait, and you get hooked on the story, and the science just kind of comes along in the process.
It raises questions in the reader's mind. You should want to kind of find out what happens next.
I like that the chapters are very short. I like that there's lots of graphics that are interesting for the same reason, because it doesn't look terrifying to my students.
Science is intimidating to a certain core of my students, and this book, because of the way it's structured, removes some of the intimidation.
I would make the argument that I think this book will be very, very good for the faculty to use and also for the students. Why is it going to be good for the faculty to use? Because the students are actually going to read it, they're actually going to be better prepared, and you're going to have better students in your class. And that's important for us.
We're in a new millennium. This is a new book with a new approach. Why don't we take a new way to get to our students?